means to put my mulus. But good thing I actually did take out that pylon. Now I'm actually able to safely create this expansion with forcing them to check all these different locations, scout out all these other locations in order to find where my expansion is. So it looks like these forces down here are actually going to our expansion, and this is going to be very deadly. We have no defenses. My ally actually did build a few cannons. Unfortunately, because of the creep, he can't build any cannons in this area. So yep, they're cleaning up the rest of our base, Spire as well. And I actually thought Murdock, the side would have had a command center over here, but he didn't. He's not mining any minerals. So I just kind of have Zerglings just sitting around here doing nothing. And Murdock is actually Murdock's expansion is actually pretty undefended, so I could do a lot of damage with these Zerglings. Granted that there's a cannon here, so that's the one dangerous thing. Looks like now they're coming in to attack our expansion, continuing to rally troops, and this is going to do a lot of damage. These cannons are just warping into their death, so that's not going to help out at all. And I'm moving in all my drones to try to do some damage, but they're all going to melt away with these Marauders and Stalkers. And I'm actually even transfusing a couple of my drones, trying to keep as many alive as I can. But unfortunately, we are not able to pull this off. So right now, this game is to the wire. Murdock is the only one. Let's look at the income really quick. We were looking at the income. This side only has one worker, 0 income. So he actually doesn't have enough minerals to make a command center. He can't do anything, in fact. And Murdock is the only one right now able to do anything. And I'm trying to do a little harassment on Zerglings. And Murdock wisely takes off his probe to kill a lot of my Zerglings. I'm trying to take down this pylon as fast as I can. But I don't think... Yeah, I actually will be able to take it up, and he does warp in the Zealot, so I'm in a lot of trouble here. I actually won't be able to do much damage. They are just cleaning up our base, so at this point we really don't have much. I do have this base though, and they do not know about this base, so what's going to happen is they're going to end up scouting everywhere. And Jonny here, my Protoss ally, is actually doing a great job with these Dark Templar. So right now I'm just kind of scouting around with my Zerglings. And they run into this huge army. I'm running away. And I try to pick off, there wasn't really any way I could run away, so I was trying to pick off this one Marauder. Unfortunately, I was not able to. But this army is actually very softened up thanks to Jonny, Jonny's Dark Templar. So he did a great job on his part. These are still unpowered, so everyone is just trying to get back in the game after taking blows. So this is a very close game. I actually do have a lot of Zerglings. I spawned them from the extra lava I had down here. So now I'm moving them up to see what kind of damage I can do. But unfortunately, this army is going to be too much to handle for these Zerglings. So these Zerglings are going to run in and pretty much just melt away and die. I don't think they're going to take down anything. Yeah, unfortunately, they do not take down anything at all. He does back into the cannon, so the cannon can take some shots. So that was a good move on my opponent's parts. And it looks like Decide was actually able to rebuild his base, I think thanks to Murdock, who gave him some minerals. So Murdock is actually doing a great job continuing to harvest minerals and stay in the game, as well as my ally. My ally is actually doing a great job getting his cybernetics core back up. But it looks like Murdock, or Decide is actually controlling these units. So it looks like they're going to be attacking Jonny's expansion. So that's 400 minerals down the drain. I don't know if this is the best place to expand. He probably should have expanded at my old base. It probably would have been easier to defend as well. But he does have these destructible rocks here, so the enemy, opponents won't actually be able to break in as easily. And he'll be able to see that if they do. So right now I am getting another hatchery, because I do have a lot of minerals stockpiled up. I'm getting a lot of strangely placed spine crawlers. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that my enemy, if they ever do decide to attack, that they will not attack from this front, because if they attack from this front, there's going to be a lot of spine crawlers. But unfortunately, I don't have much going on for me right now. Yeah, I am getting a hatchery down here, and our opponents are continuing to just scout around looking for a base. So it was a very good thing that I actually did take out this pylon, because if I didn't, I think he would have been able to see the creep. I'm not too sure about that, but it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Anyways, I am continuing to macro up, build more spine crawlers, and I know at this point he probably found my base, so this wasn't the best spine crawler placement at all. I was hoping he wouldn't come this way. Unfortunately, he does, so he's able to see my base. Jonny is still harassing them with this little Dark Templar that's running around everywhere. So my base is going to get taken down, and this is just horrible. I really have nothing I can do at this point. and I was about to GG out. Luckily though, my ally is actually killing a lot of these stalkers. This Dark Templar is a freaking executioner, 35 kills. He's just been going around killing so many of those reinforcing units. He's just been following those guys around. My spine crawlers actually do hit a lot of these stalkers, so they do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, my spawning pool does go down, so I am forced to rebuild the spawning pool. And actually, for a little bit, I didn't know that my spawning pool was down, so I was trying to build more zerglings because I had all these minerals. But unfortunately, I wasn't, and I was trying to get a lot more drones out. And right now, I'm trying to redo my my wall-in, and this actually it looks good, but it's the stupidest wall-in I could have done. If anything, spine crawler wall-ins should be lined up. They should be lined up for one direction. So I should have lined them up either this way or this way. Or possibly the best would probably been this way, parallel to Jonny's Dark Templar. But I'm not able to do that. I have to rebuild the spawning pool for a third time, and right now I am just I'm dying for minerals. Or I'm not dying for minerals. I'm dying for drones. Because currently I'm not the lowest, but second lowest. Right here, this side actually doesn't have anything, so he's controlling the bulk of the army. And right now, he's controlling Murdock's army. And he does now have an observer in the army, so Jonny actually won't be able to do much. So as you can see, this placement is terrible because Murdock is easily able to, one by one, snipe my spine crawlers. So that is a little unfortunate. I'm trying to, like, right now group it together, group my spine crawlers together. But it looks like my base is going to go down again. So, this was a very, very back and forth game. And look at, Jonny actually was able to macro up another army, so that was great on his part. My ally is saving my butt. And this is like 2v2s at the max, man. This is just so awesome. I love 2v2s, the team aspect behind it. Your teammate you need your teammate to be reliable, and that's exactly what Jonny was doing. He does have 4 gateways up as well. Wow, that is a lot of cannons for those 2 little pylons. Yeah, Jonny's doing a great job. He's actually taking my old base to macro up another army. To macro up in general, actually. So it looks like Jonny is going for an attack on Murdock's base. This is the only expansion Murdock is actually mining from. And, where is it? Murdock is actually more focused on trying to attack, trying to get units out instead of macroing up. Which I think he should have done. He probably should have hit an expansion somewhere, tried to macro up before using all his resources to clumsily just lose his units. But right here, this is actually a pretty nice skirmish going on here. Jonny is slowly trying to micro his stalkers out of the way, hitting and running as much as he can. He should snipe the zealot if he can. He decides not to. Instead, he runs away. Right now, I did get a roach warren, so I'm trying to make a bunch of roaches, and it's amazing that this hatchery is still alive. So I did not lose this hatchery. I actually thought I did, but wow. I guess it wasn't up. I guess it was up. So right now I'm just trying to get as many roaches as I can, because I see that their army isn't that big, and they really do not have much. This is their only expansion. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to try to take down this pylon, that's my mindset at least, to make it so he can't get as many units. And anytime now I'm going to be attacking soon. It looks like Murdock is going to go in, but Jonny does have the defender's advantage, especially with this amount of cannons. That is a lot of cannons. So Murdock and Decide are both moving back. Actually, this is Decide controlling Murdock's units. So yeah, they're moving back right now, and Murdock now is getting another expansion. So he actually should have done this earlier, but now he doesn't have that much income to macro up an army. So probably wasn't the best idea. He probably should have gotten an expansion much earlier. But instead he did it. And now my roaches are moving in to destroy that pylon, and I have a lot of roaches to support Jonny to attack, and then Decide GG's. So yeah, this was the game. This was very back and forth, a lot of action. It was pretty crazy for a gold game. I thought this was a pretty fun game. It was a very fun game to play. In fact, I made a lot of mistakes, especially with the spine crawler placement, and at the very beginning, joining up too hard without really scouting and knowing that my enemies were pushing out. So that was a great timing push by Decide and Murdock. But yeah, that's going to be the game, you guys. I hope you enjoy it. This is Hop StarCraft signing out.